Hey everyone! So, have you ever wondered what it's like keeping a rattlesnake in your home? I know not everyone is a fan of it, but I am. So, now I'm going to show you the basic procedure to taking a rattlesnake out, because you cannot clean this cage. You cannot touch anything in it if the snake is in here. And the snake knows me, and I know the snake, but you don't see me picking it up and playing with it like it's a plastic rubber snake. No, it's not a corn snake. It's a rattlesnake. So, let's move on. Let me get the keys. My hook stick. Equipment. It's always very important to have enough equipment ready on site. If you have to go, you have to go, eh? Can't go to the toilet without toilet paper. But all jokes aside, he just shed when I got home today. So let's get him in this bucket, get the shed out, and then when I'm finished with that, we'll get him on this table and we can have a nice discussion about him. I'm not sure if you can see from where the camera is, but I use the hook stick to open the cage. I open it a little bit with my hand till I feel safe enough to use the hook stick, or unsafe enough and I use the hook stick. So let's get this boy out of here. You'll hear him. He's going to start buzzing up right now. Hello. Kwaaitjie. Hello. Kom hier so. And this snake's fat. I've had it since it looked like an earthworm when I got it. As you can see, and here, a very healthy specimen. It's even hissing a little bit, but it's okay. Let's get this cage cleaned. So you see he's safe out. I know he's outside. Then I just take out his skin. And I'm not telling people how to take care of their own animals, but I'm saying this is how I do it, and I'm still alive. So as you can see, this is what a fresh rattlesnake skin looks like. It's about an hour old. I came home and he finished his shed. Well, he was halfway through his shed. So let's get this boy out of here. Let me show you. And I get really cross to go into this position, and this is classic Western Diamondback behavior. He say, come, try to touch me. It will be the last time you do that. So, in our country we do have a shortage of anti-venom, unfortunately. I am fortunate enough to not to think for myself and not just to play with this animal and think I can do with it what I want. So let's get him out here, because I'm going to put him here. From here he's going straight into his cage again. This is just for educational purposes. And always remember, this is not a toy. This is like having an AK-47 and a child's running around with it. Let's get this boy down here. And you're still going to see some close calls. You can never judge a book by its covers. I'm in a safe distance now away from him. He's super charged up at this stage. I hope you can see him quite well. I'm not going to stand up or make any fast movements right now, because it's my own stupidity if I get bit. It's not the snake's fault. So you see this rattle that is rattling now, he stopped. It's because this animal does know me. It's a bit more comfortable. If you try this with a wild one, it would be chaos. You will not be able to sit as close as I am. And he's wild, don't get me wrong. This is very dangerous. But so keeping rattlesnakes, what is important? Your temperatures, your humidity, your feeding, And I think the most important thing of it all is don't get bit. So if this animal bites me, I'm going to be in terrible pain. I'm going to the hospital and I might not be able to make it back because this animal's venom affects your blood. It's got a nasty concoction of venom. It doesn't just have one straight neurotoxin, psychotoxin, hemotoxin. No, this animal has a mix of venoms, and as do most of the snakes. Depending from locality to locality where they are coming from. So I'm just keeping my eye on him because I cannot hesitate. So diet wise, I feed him rat pups, small rats or adult mice. I've been doing so for the last 4 to 5 months that I've had him. He was very small when I got him. He's now triple the size. Gives you estimation of the speed that they are growing at. He went off food in the winter for about a month and a half. And now he's back. But I do prefer it when I go off food during the colder months, because here we've got unfortunately load shedding every now and then, or they steal our cables and it's gone for 3 days or electricity. So these animals, I think, can feel the dangers of what our government is also putting us through. I think our governments are even the worst thing that you can speak about, but they're not part of this conversation. Humidity. This animal needs to be kept on a humidity of about, I would say, 45 to 60 on your hygrometer. Temperatures, anywhere between 26 and 30 degrees is perfectly fine for this animal. He's just curious right now. You see the tail and he's wondering what's daddy doing. I would love to give you some close-up shots of him as well sometime when I'm just a bit tired, so I don't want to push my luck tonight. I'll do it a bit in the future when we get more into it. But yeah, husbandry wise, these animals do not defecate much. Most of the time only after a meal. Their venom liquidates the meal inside of the snake's stomach. Let's just get him back here, because he's... So as you can see, he's flickering his tongue, pupils are big, he's ready to eat again because he just shed. I clean his cage every time I see there's some defecation. I keep him on sand, small water dish in the enclosure and a heat pad. Because it gets so hot here, I don't necessarily need to put him under a light. I put a LED light in here for him. He's not happy with me right now. So I put the LED lighting for him, just to give him a sense of daylight. I also open the window so that he can see. But this animal knows I don't pose a threat to him. He will bite me. He will definitely bite me. And that goes for all of my animals. I know with which ones I can take chances and I know with which ones I cannot. And I would love to be more fun and everything about this, but you'll see it's actually very important doing this, what I'm doing right now, giving the education to people. What is it like owning this snake? It's also a very good question. They don't move much. They're very cool, especially if you threaten them a little bit or just like touch them a bit, they lose their minds. But it's a nice showpiece animal, and I just love walking in here, and sometimes he will light up the room with his rattle, and that's just the most amazing thing to hear. In the beginning it's scary to people that don't know what it is, you know, what's making that sound. They know it's a rattlesnake, they can't see it. It's terrifying. But that's where I come in and I say, hey, come and look, have a look at our cages. They've got locks on. There's a small description of each and every animal on these cages, so that people can see and educate themselves instead of me having to do it. I do it for the public, not public, but the people that visit me. But not all the times. Closest I will get is just to take him to the glass. I don't take him out to show off or stress him out. I hate stressing my animals out. I only take them out in my free time, as that is why I'm taking this opportunity to give some knowledge from my point of view. And there's just so much that I can tell you about the snake. You know, I can speak about it the whole night. those buttons, when they're born, it's made out of the same materials as your fingernails and your teeth. And what it actually is, it's just a hollow little piece of skin basically that's hitting against each other. See if I can get him to come up one more time, get him a bit upset. You can't do this with a wild one. As you can see, this animal is used to me, but I'm not playing with him. Kom eens hier, kom. Oh, that rattle just sounds amazing. One last view before I put him away. He's really upset with me, and he can actually jump from there if he really wants to, and he won't tag me. I'm quite far away, but I really don't want to find out. So let's get this guy back. He's now past the stage of where he was cute and small. Now he's a bit dangerous. Let me just get up. Now I feel more comfortable holding him, while working with him. Get him back into his enclosure. Let me show you what this enclosure looks like while we are busy. Oops. So now he's very unhappy, but it is